Yeah, thank you.
How was working for you? How it was work for you?
It is good. The only thing is when I speak and the announcer speaks at the same time, too much noise. But it's okay. It's good. too.
We've got this morning the duet free routine. We've got the preliminary. 18 countries and different athletes will be representing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second day of the 2024 European Junior Artistic Swimming Championships, live from Malta. I'm Mariana Marques, and I'll be your host and commentator for today's exciting events. Today, we kick off with the preliminary round of the women's free duets events. We have 18 countries competing for a coveted spot on the top 12, which will qualify them for the finals. This is sure to be an intense and thrilling competition as these young athletes give their all to secure their place. The free duet routines have a total duration of 2 minutes and 45 seconds. During this time, the duets must include 7 free hybrids and 2 pair acrobatics. While all movements are free, the elements, including the acrobatics and hybrids, must be declared on the coach card beforehand to set the routine's difficulty level. To ensure the accuracy of this declared difficulty, we have a panel of judges known as the difficulty technical controllers, and they play a crucial role on this competition. Controllers may review any element that are uncertain about by watching the video of the routine immediately after it ends. So they review video routine by routine. They can rewatch the video up to 3 times in the real speed.
Only moments away from the start.
And always from the same angle of vision, which is the side, one of the sides of the pool. And if doubts remain after video review, the benefit of doubt goes to the swimmers, and no base marks are applied. Controllers also check the order of execution of elements and ensure all mandatory elements defined for each routine in the World Aquatics Manual are completed. So artistic swimming is a sport with a highly technical component. So the swimmers are judged by 2 panels. We are already watching some of the presentation of our judges in competition.
And the secretary, Miss Marie Cavaglioglu. The medical delegate.
So how I was saying, we have 2 panels of judging. The elements panel and the artistic impression panel will award scores to routines. The elements judge will look closely to all free routines, hybrids, all the technical required elements, and the acrobatics, and score the execution of each one of it. The artistic impression panel evaluates the routines, giving 3 scores. 1 for choreography and musicality, 1 for transitions, and another for overall performances. In the routines, the athletes can obtain points from 0 to 10 and increments of 0.25 points. And here we go. We have the presentation of the judges. This is the elements panel judge. And the artistic impression panel. The referee of the competition is Ana Montero. And besides the difficulty technical controllers, we also have the synchronization technical controllers. Adding a huge weight on the synchronization, there are 3 synchronization technical controllers that will note all the synchronization errors seen on the routines. So we have the presentation of the difficulty technical controllers right now on the swimming pool. There are 3. And there's also the synchronization technical controllers. Here we go. On the screen. They will be noting all the execution errors on the synchronization side, and they will classify them by severity. There's small errors, obvious errors, and major errors. So by the end of the routine, each error will correspond to a penalty on the element score. And this is really important for the final classification.
At European Aquatics.
And we have already the start list ready. We start with the Duet from Bulgaria. There's 18 countries in competition. And all of them want to have a clean routine, a clean performance, so they can qualify for the finals. Only the top 12 will be on the finals later this week.
Please welcome start number 1.
And we are ready to start with the Duet number 1.
Bulgaria.
We have the swimmers from Bulgaria, Simona Maleva and Madalena Maleva. They are sisters, 18 and 15 years old. So the swimmers will start the choreography inside the water. The theme of the routine is Spanish Flame. They start with a difficulty declared of 27.35 points. Acrobatics. They have to perform 2 pairs of acrobatics here in this routine. As a free routine, the swimmers can connect inside and during the choreography, performing hybrids or arm movements. Controllers are looking at synchronization and all the difficulty elements that are declared on the coach card. So they have to ensure that all these movements that the swimmers are doing with the legs, the lower limbs, are correct or correspond to the same codes that they declared on the coach card before they swim. So this was the presentation of the Duet from Bulgaria. The coach and choreographer is Galina Andonova.
And Simona Maleva. Well done, Bulgaria. Let's give them.
The Duet is presenting this routine for the first time, and these girls had been practicing together for only a few months.
They were coached
Simona, one of the sisters, the older sister, is replacing
By the same
the
coach.
original duet pair of Madalena,
The team
as
of
the other girl has
routine
broken
was
her
White
knee ligaments
Spanish
during
Flame.
acrobatic training shortly before the
Spanish arm
competition.
movements.
However, Simona is a more experienced competitor, and she is actually the older
Concerto de
sister of
España.
Madalena, which made them very compatible. And despite the short time they have, they managed to put together a great choreography
And
with
the
a decent
girls were
difficulty
presenting this
level.
choreography for the very first time.
So they had to join forces
And
to
they've
be here
been
and
practicing
perform
together
this
for
really nice
only a few
choreography.
weeks. So well done.
So their music was chosen by their coach, Galina Andonova. They have been in a live concert of Benice, which this song is original from Benice, and she was very impressive by this music. So she decided to make a routine with one of his songs. Bulgaria competed at the World Series Artistic Swimming, the World Cup in Paris in May this year. On the Duet free event, they got placed on the 24th position. Last year in 2023, they competed with the Duet also on the World Cup in Egypt. They got the 13th place. And while we are waiting here for the results to come out, they want to be in the future recovering the Madalena's pair, Madalena's duet pair, and repair them again. And of course, prepare them hopefully for the future to compete together. And Simona will continue competing with her duet partner in the seniors category. So, to remind you, the junior category, these swimmers have ages between 15 and 19 years old.
Let's congratulate all of our athletes. Let's give them a round of applause. They deserve it for their hard work and commitment.
So in this moment, the swimmers and the coach are waiting for the results. So after the routines, the technical controllers, the difficulty technical controllers have to review the video of the choreography. Just on the elements, they had any concerns or doubts about the elements that were declared versus what was executed on the water. So right now they are reviewing the videos. As I said in the beginning of this emission, the controllers can only review until three times the video, or the same parts of the video, which correspond to an element.
All athletes have set
and they have to agree on the decision of applying a base mark or no. So if they don't agree, it's always a decision in favor of the athletes, so no base marks are applied.
Sure that their performance will be one to
But
remember
if they agree that
throughout
the
their
judges, the swimmers, didn't perform exactly as the rules say they should for any execution part of the routine, or any rotation, any element that was not declared or declared wrongly, they will apply a base mark. And we have the final results. 9.4 of synchronization errors, the big deduction. They had 3 base marks on the last 3 elements, elements 7, 8, and 9. They have difficulty reduced to 19.65 for elements, 54.38, 55 points, artistic impression, 63.5000. And I also got the bonus of the apnea for this routine that I was playing I will explain the bonus through the competition. So right now we have already the swimmers from Croatia, Mia Piri and Maretik Korina, or Korina Maretik. They also will start inside the water. So the swimmers can choose if they start the routine inside or outside.
You know?
And they start with the acrobatics.
I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice. Easy.
Big wheel, keep
but then we're gonna do the finish.
Turning.
Rough.
Proud Mary,
it's the way we do. Proud Mary.
And we're rolling.
This is their longest hybrid with a difficulty of 8.05 just on these hybrid. It's really good first impression for the judges. So they start this routine with a difficulty declares of 34.9. And the theme of the routine is rolling on the river. So we just saw obvious synchronization error. Those errors happen when one swimmer executes one after the other, any movement. And for each obvious error, they will have a deduction of 0.5 points on the element score. Slight difference on the height. Asynchronous movements here. Another obvious error. Small synchronization errors are all the small little details that the swimmers have different. Might be on the height, might be on their body position, and they can be on timing issues, slight time issues. So this was the duet from Croatia. They have a really hard routine. 34.9 is a really good value for the difficulty for duets. So the swimmers have 16 and 17 years old. They present us here routine with the rolling on the river
Croatia,
with a nice and beautiful song.
The expressions and movements. I think you agree with me.
We have a crowded stand today.
Well done, Team Croatia.
So this routine has been it's been presented since the beginning of this season, and this duo has been working together for 1 year already. So it was for sure noticeable that the girls have a good connection on the water. They have sometimes they lose height during the high rates.
The team of the routine.
They really need to work on that sustained height during all the routine.
For this duo,
but they chose this song for the duo because of the rhythm,
it's quite
and it's really fun to dance.
Also, they love to dance to this music. It has been presented since the beginning of the season.
They came to Malta looking for better results. They have competed
at the World Cup in Paris
Well
this
done,
year
Team
in May.
Croatia.
They got
I
the
think your
12th position
creativity
on
and
the Duet
innovation
free event.
throughout your
And they also
performance
competed
has
at the World
shown
Youth
quite well.
Championships last year
And
in
now
Greece. They were 19th on the
while
ranking, so
we wait
they are looking forward here to
for the
improve
unofficial
these results and get the best position
and the
ever
provisional
for
routine
Croatia.
score from start number 2.
We have the coach supporting them, Hannah Novak. So once again, the technical controllers are split into roles here. We have synchronization technical controllers and we have difficulty technical controllers. They are responsible here for base marks and penalties on the synchronization. And I guess the Duet from Croatia will have a high value of deductions on the synchronization. We saw a few obvious errors here and some minor other ones, some small other errors. Let's see if these will not have a really huge weight on the results. And also the base marks. When we have base marks on the free hybrids instead of the swimmers or get awards, the final and total difficulty value, they only gets 0.5 for a free hybrid or 0.1 if the element with base mark is an acrobatic. So I think the results are almost there.
And the provisional routine score from start number
Yep, we
2.
have the results for
Points
the Duet of
on
Croatia.
Elements.
They had a base mark on element 6.
91.679
They
points
only
on
have
artistic impression,
reduced
62.25,
the value of the difficulty for 30.2,
with a declared
30.20,
difficulty of 34.90.
and they had an
The
error
actual
synchronization
difficulty,
penalty of 9.7.
30.20. That means that we
They
have a base
have
mark on
element
element
score
number
of
6 with a total score of
91.6749 and artistic impression
193.924,
of
which ranks Croatia in the first place.
62.2500.
And now,
They also
please
got
join
awarded
me in
of the
welcoming
apnea
start
bonus.
number 3. Germany.
And we are ready for the third duet in the competition. So we have the swimmers, Darieton and Hameli Hess. They are doing their walk-on, all this parade that they do, the swimmers do, this presentation is called walk-on. And their theme of the routine is clocks. We can hear a really nice song, really good height on the acrobatics. They start with a really high DD also, 38.65. That was a really good hybrid. Few errors on the timing. Acrobatic with the rotation. They are executing a lot of unbalanced movements. The unbalanced movements are one of the hardest ones to execute. They are on the rotations family of the difficulty tables of elements. They are level 7. That means that they are hard to execute, but they also have highest, not the highest, but one of the highest values on the difficulty table. So the coaches can build, literally build their hybrids, the free hybrids with these elements, and use the codes to represent the movements that the swimmers are doing on the water. That was a nice representation of the clocks. I think the strategy of using a lot of musics with sounds and mixing all these movements similar to representing any theme, it helps a lot the swimmers on their artistic impression. The judges of artistic impression are looking at everything that the swimmers do. They care about the manner presentation. They care about the movements that the swimmers do with their arms. They care about the transitions, the movements that connects the elements, and they really care about the overall execution on the whole routine.
The clock movement. The music is TikTok, which goes the clock by Joe Blankenburg.
So they are really young swimmers. They still have a long path on the artistic swimming, high level for sure.
They actually had an image of
their coach is Yoko Nakahama.
In the middle of the night.
They are together now on the couch.
The girls have been swimming.
These girls have been swimming together since 2020 at the club in Germany. They are teammates, so this makes the work easier with the training.
They are great rivals, but also best friends. They have to be able to do that performance.
The music is TikTok.
So very well performed by
TikTok
Germany.
Goes to the Clock by Joe Blankenburg. As soon as they heard this song, they fell in love with this music. So they had an image of blocks starting to move and dancing in the middle of the night when everyone was asleep. So they definitely used this kind of choreography and movements, that idea, the built-in idea, and perform here. A really nice choreography. I really enjoyed it. They have a few differences on the synchronization, but small errors.
Organized by the European Aquatics.
This is their world debut as a junior, as Duet junior in this category. So they want to give it all because they're hard-working swimmers, and they want to inspire other swimmers from their country to join the sport and growth into the artistic swimming. Last season, they compete at the World Championships in Greece, World Youth Championships in Greece. They got the 15th place on the free duets.
By our technical controllers. So let's wait a couple of more seconds and then we have the unofficial results on screen.
So we are going to see in all the results the bonus of 40 points. So that bonus is awarded for the apnea. So since the swimmers have to perform 7 hybrids and 2 acro pairs, there's a long period of the routine that they are in apnea while they are executing the movements.
And
So
for Germany, we have
to
the
have
provisional
security,
routine score.
some security issues
Points
on the apnea
elements,
time. The World
99.
Aquatics define maximum time that the swimmers are allowed to have to perform the routines, the hybrids on the routines. And we already have the results. So Germany is ranking in first at the moment. They had base mark on element 8, so their difficulty declared was reduced to 34.10. The score for elements were 99.605 and artistic impression 68.800, and a synchronization penalty of 8.8 points. And we are ready for the next choreography. On the stage, Portugal. The swimmers, Inês Dubini and Ana Carvalho. Difference on the execution of the hybrid. A lot of rotations here, unbalanced movements. Level 7 on the rotations family difficulty table. Some sounds of the ocean. Beautiful movements.
I am the ocean.
This was for sure a beautiful ending of this routine. This was Inês Dubini and Ana Luísa Carvalho from Portugal, 19 and 18 years old. They started with a difficulty degree of 38.15. They are coached by Silvia Pinto and Beatriz Gonçalves. Choreography of Silvia Pinto.
Team Portugal were represented by Ana Luísa Carvalho and Inês Dubini. Well done once again. Coached by Silvia
And we can see the
Pinto,
Portuguese swimmers here on the stands supporting their team. This routine was already presented 2 years ago, but it has been changed and made more difficult. The duet has worked together in the club since 2021, and for the national team, they only started to work together only in 2023.
What's making it a bit more difficult? The duet has worked together in the club since 2021.
They choose this music because the swimmers like the ocean and the different feelings it can awaken. And it's a really nice strategy from the coaches to have these beautiful sounds on the routines because it adds a lot of artistic impression. They can have so many beautiful movements, and these girls were really, really beautiful on the water.
Their score, they want to improve.
So this is the second year that they compete at the Junior European Championships. Last year they competed also with the free duets. They were 9th position last year, so for sure they are looking here for qualification for the finals. Only the top 12 will be qualified for the final, where they can have the access to the first 3 medals. As we are waiting for this time, the technical controllers to review the videos and make their decisions about the base marks. We will explain a little bit more the apnea rules, like I was saying in the previous routine. So all the swimmers are awarded 40 points on the final score if they respect the maximum apnea time. So for the duet free, the swimmers can execute the hybrids in 1 minute and 35 seconds. This corresponds to 77.5% of the whole routine. So that means the swimmers are doing executing all the elements, and literally they are in apnea during all this time. So this is really, really hard for the swimmers. The maximum time that they could use for the apnea time is this 1 minute and 35 seconds. And it's for the safety of the athletes. This way, the coaches can add, they can add the difficulty, but not as long they can. All right, and we already have the results for the Team Portugal. We have a base mark on the element 6, so the difficulty was reduced to 33.15. They have penalty on the synchronization, the lowest until now, 7.4, which is really good. The element score was 88.5563, and artistic impression on 69.4500. This was the best artistic impression score also until the moment, so this is really good for Portugal. We already have the duets of Austria, Lina Schwanter and Christina Schimir. They also start on the water. Really nice acrobatic. They start with with a difficulty declared of 28 points. And the theme of the routine is underestimation. Nice fluid movements. Rotations with 2 directions. The swimmers have to perform 180 degrees to one side and 180 degrees to the other side. This is called the rotation with 2 directions. This was a good performance from Austria.
A fantastic effort from Team Austria. Well done.
They are coached by Monika Moravcicova.
Lina Schwantner. Thank you also for the reserve athlete, Linda Maria Reiter. Well done, girls. The coach, Monika Moravcicova, choreographed by the same coach. The theme of the routine was underestimation. This music was chosen by the coach, Monika. She loves a variety of music. She also thinks that it will be interesting for the girls to give them the opportunity to show different types of expression while performing. As athletes, they've been working together 2 years. Champions. They won.
For this duet, the goal is to have the best result without any base marks. They want to swim clear here with nothing to reduce their difficulty degree.
A good result.
And after this competition, the next goal is to participate, to compete at the World Junior Championships in Lima later in September.
Trying to compete in the Worlds and getting the sport at the higher
There are also
level.
the Austrian championships, so they are here representing Austria right now, and I'm sure they will have a bright future ahead. This choreography is the same for about 2 years already, but they are working together with a lot of changes to keep the difficulty of the routine. The music was chosen by Coach Monica because she loves variety on the music. And she also thinks that it will be interesting for the girls to give them an opportunity to show different types of their expression while they perform. As we wait, I'll give you a few details about artistic swimming. So for artistic swimming, the aesthetic presentation is crucial. The athletes must have a neat and harmonious appearance with minimal makeup. Hair is styled in buns and then set with gelatin. As we can see, all the swimmers have their hair really neat and with gelatin. So after the gelatin dries, it makes a really hard coat on the hair, and they can be on the water without having their hair really The hair accessories are also important aesthetic elements. They have to match the swimsuit. And we have the final results. We have Croatia in the third place until the moment. They had a penalty on the synchronization with 9.7 point errors. And they had 2 base marks on elements 4 and 5. So they had their, I'm sorry, I'm saying the wrong results. This is Austria. So they had a penalty of 12.4 synchronization errors. And their declared difficulty was reduced to 21.85 points.
Finland.
And on the elements score, they have 49.6520 and artistic impression 60.6500. We are already watching the duet from Finland, preparing to start. They start with a difficulty of 23.1. They start with an acrobatic.
I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian. Everyone laughed at me.
The theme of the routine is Joker.
Joker. Bring me out. Can you introduce me as Joker? Excuse me, Joker.
Really control. Some transitions. Have a really nice expression.
Send in the clouds.
And this was the duet from Finland, Nea Kamarainen and Vilma Väisänen.
What a remarkable achievement for team
The coach
Finland,
and choreographer is
pushing the
Sanna
boundaries
Aunonen.
of artistic swimming. Well done, Team Finland, represented by Nea Kamarainen and Vilma Väisänen. Their coach,
This is the first
Sanna
season that
Aunonen.
Nea and Vilma are swimming
the
together.
team of the routine.
The routine
was
is also
Joker.
new for this season. It was a interesting
The
routine
music
for
showcased
the artistic
different
impression.
sides of the Joker,
They had many
descending into
movements
madness,
that
the
you
full
could
and
recall
dynamic changes,
the theme
and
by
also
the Joker,
sound, the different sounds
Joker
that
expressions.
support the team and choreography.
And also, they were
The music
really
was taken
controlled
from
on the
the
heights
Joker
and
trailer.
on all the hybrids.
the Techniverse and
They
from
start
the
here with a
artist Bides.
23.1 points of the
This
degree,
is actually
of the
the first
difficulty degree.
season that Nea and Vilma are swimming
The
together.
music showcases the different
This
sides of
routine
the
is also
Joker,
new for
descending
the
into
season.
madness.
So well done to
It's
Team
full of
Finland.
dynamic changes
Well
and
done to the
sounds that
athletes.
support the theme and choreography. Exactly.
Nea and
We
Vilma are the
literally
Finnish
saw that on their routine.
champions in
The music
junior
is from the
free duet.
Joker trailer, the Techniverse, and the artist
Obviously,
is
this
badass.
season, their goal was to qualify to the European Junior Artistic
So,
Swimming Championships.
Their goal is to
So
qualify.
that was a goal that they reached.
Qualify for the finals also.
Wait
So
for the
they
routine
want to
undergo
finish
the
here
technical
on the
review.
top 12 swimmers,
Thanks to our
12 duets, so they
technical
can swim
controllers.
on the finals event. They also want to
6
finish
performances in total already this
to finish
morning.
first on
These
the
are the
Finnish
preliminary
national championships,
duet free routine.
represent
We
Finland
have
in
18
international
countries in
competitions.
total,
Here
and
they are already
12
representing
will
proudly
qualify
their
to the
country,
finals.
and they want to improve their technique so they can make faster and more difficult to capture. They are champions in their country in the Finnish championships. One of their goals for this season was to qualify to be present in this competition. They already succeed on that, and they hope to have a
The provisional
clean
routine
swim
score
today.
for Finland.
Well, we already have the
Points
results,
on
and
elements,
we have
50.429
3 base marks on
The
element
artistic
4,
impression,
7,
score of
8, 9,
65.3000.
4,
The declared
7,
difficulty,
and 9.
23.10. The actual difficulty,
They had
18.10
actual difficulty reduced
base
to
mark on element
18.10
4,
points.
7,
7.3 penalization errors, and element score 50.4292, artistic impression 65.3000. And they also got the apnea bonus awarded.
Now please welcome
they are placed on the 5th place until the moment.
Slovakia.
5th position. And the next routine on the stage, the duet from Slovakia, Michaela Bernatova and Sofia Strapakova. They start also in the water. Really nice height on this pair acro. Nice rotations, precise movements, good height in the end. They have slight difference on the timing. Of the routine is Swan Lake. We can see the swimmers have all these artistic impression movements that recalls us to the Swan Lake ballet. Rotations. This was a strong performance from Team Slovakia. The swimmers had really hard hybrids, 34.9 points of declared difficulty to start.
Their creativity and innovation.
It was really, really nice performance from these swimmers.
Routine, a unique and captivating performance by
They
Team
are coached
Slovakia,
and choreographed by Monika Turungerova.
Michaela Bernatova and Sofia Strapakova.
And they have been swimming this routine since January 2023, so it's more than a year. They've been perfecting all these movements, and they for sure match on all these beautiful movements inside the water.
As you could hear, the team of the routine from Swan Lake, they tried to incorporate the story from the performance Swan Lake into the choreography.
The swimmers are getting to the sofa
the Swan
where
Lake
they will
remix.
wait for the final results,
fell in love with the music
we can see that the swimmers have two different colors of swimsuits.
and the choreography.
This
will
comes to
very
help
suited to
the judges
girls
and
and to the
everyone to
performance.
see what their theme is. They swam the Swan Lake. They really tried to incorporate the story from the performance, Swan Lake, into the choreography. The coach really picked this theme because he thought that would be amazing on this theme. And I agree, they were beautiful. They competed already this season at the World Cup in Paris with the team events. They're also part of the teams that competed at the 2023 World Championships in Doha. Also in last year, they were at the World Youth Championships. They got ranked on the 8th place. So they already have been performing all over the world. They are studying their international presentations, getting here a lot of experience and grow with the time so they can be at the senior level. So the elements panel, they will get a score for each element executed. In these machine tools, we have 7 free hybrids and 2 acro pairs. And the elements panel, they will score each one of each element, and they will give a score. They will award the score based on the height and the overall execution of the elements. The artistic swimming, artistic impression, they will have 3 scores. They will award 3 scores, 1 for the choreography and musicality. They want to see a lot of creativity, different movements, fluidity of the movements between the elements and the artistic parts. They want to see variety and the pattern on the pool,
and the
pool
provisional
coverage.
routine score for Team Slovakia.
And they award performance
Points
and
on
transitions
elements,
scores.
114.0980.
And we are ready for the scores. This was a really
The
good
artistic
score
impression,
for
70.950.
Slovakia. They didn't have
Declared
any base
difficulty
marks,
of
so they kept the actual
34.90.
difficulty degree,
The actual difficulty,
34.90.
34.90.
For
No
the
base
synchronization
marks with a
errors,
total
they got
score of
7.0 errors
225.04.
synchronization.
80,
For the element
which puts
score,
Slovakia at first place.
114.0980 points.
Start number
And artistic
8.
impression, 70.9500 points. They also got the bonus for the apnea, which is really good, extra 40 points. And they are ranked at the first position at the moment. And we already have the swimmers from Czechia. .1 points of declared difficulty to start. Really nice acro pair. And the theme of the routine is Let's Dance. Beautiful rotation. The difficulty technical controllers are looking at all the movements on the elements part. Slight difference on timing. The song is getting stronger by the end with the higher rhythm. These were Mariana Chodinova and Sylvia Majerova from Czechia.
Team Czechia.
The coaches are Marcela Petrova, Katerina Strasidlova, Iveta Sukova, choreographed by Jacqueline Simonov.
The coaches,
the Canadian athlete, Canadian Olympic athlete.
Katerina Strasilova, Iveta Sukova. Choreographed by Jacqueline Simona. The team of the routine.
They have been working on this routine for about 8 months. The girls swim together about 4 years already.
Nice beats.
So they have a good relationship.
The routine has been presented.
They want to reach the final here.
8 months.
And in the World Junior Championships, it will be easier later in September in Lima. They competed already this season at the World Cup pairs with the team events.
Like any athletes to represent their countries.
And they want here a clean swim.
Like
and of course,
Worlds and the Europeans.
They want to keep growing and improving their scores.
The support from the coaches.
Their best result in their perspective was the competition, national competition in the Czech Republic,
swimming experience
where the girls met the limit for the junior and European championship,
to get the passion
European junior and World Junior Championship. I saw quite a few things on this routine.
By team
I wish they had a better full coverage during performance.
Getting
the swimmers have to cover all the swimming pool.
Thank you all for
and
coming
perform
this morning. This is the
close
third
to the judges so they can
our
see
European
the elements
Junior
and the
Artistic
movements.
Championships 2024. Currently unofficial results.
And we have
Placing
the
Slovakia
results.
in the first place, Germany second,
So
Portugal
Czechia
third.
had a base mark on elements 8 and 9. They are still not on the screen. Let's wait a moment.
Let's wait.
Those are always unofficial results. Only after the approval of the referee of the competition, Anna Montero, the scores become official.
All eyes on the screen. Here
So we have the results now. They had 2 base marks on elements 8 and 9, so their actual difficulty was reduced to 24.5.
Difficulty 24.5.
So on the synchronization errors, 5.8. It's the lowest value until the moment. And we have a score for elements 75.5458. And artistic impression 64.800. They also got the apnea bonus.
Georgia!
And they got placed on the 5th position until the moment. We still have many duets to perform. And already doing their parade, the walk-on, we have the duet from Georgia. They start with the declared difficulty of 30 points. And the theme is Avatar.
The language is a pain, but
really nice height on this pair acro.
Repetition.
Naughty.
She talks about a network of energy. She says all energy is only borrowed.
Many rotations here. Get closer to each other. Again, the song changes to a higher rhythm, strong beats. Difference on timing. Really well done by the athletes from Georgia. Tekla Godji-Glidzi, Inita Natobadze.
A fantastic effort from Team Georgia. They should be very proud of their performance. Well done, Team Georgia. Presented by Tekla Gogilitse and Nita Natobadze. Well done.
The coach is Manana Shalinskliani
and Lika
Elika Bokeria.
The team of the routine.
The choreography of Manana Shalinskliani.
They've been together for 6 years. And this routine was first presented since Doha 2024.
They picked this theme of the routine because they love the movie. They well represented the Avatar.
Wait for the girls to...
It was a really beautiful performance.
While wait for the unofficial results.
The swimmers are together for about 6 years, and this routine was presented already this year at the World Championships in Doha. And of course, their main goal is to do all the routine without base marks.
And commendable performances this morning. We had 9 different performances, 9 different routines. And this preliminary duet-free routines. We have 18 countries in total, 12 will qualify to the finals. We already had some great performances yesterday. And also the medal ceremony.
This is the moment where the difficulty technical controllers
well done to Spain for
are
winning
taking the time to review the video of the choreography.
And now we have some more this morning and more in the afternoon.
Video of the choreography
so stay with us.
is always recorded on their side, on the side
Keep
of
in
the
touch also
controllers
with us
panel.
through social media.
So
Any
basically
updates,
they
us
have
and
a
the European
lateral
Aquatics,
vision
use
of
also
the
hashtag
swimming pool.
artistic swimming.
So sometimes when we watch the videos or the live streaming, we have a different perspective from the controllers. So they have to make sure that the movements that they see from their perspective are well executed. They can review the video until 3 times maximum at the normal speed. They cannot stop the video. They cannot make it closer. They will see the video 3 times maximum. And if they don't agree with the base, or the 3 of them, they are not agreeing, a base mark is not applied, and swimmers have the full difficulty for the elements. But if the 3 of them already agreed on the errors,
routine,
they will
score
apply a base mark. And
for
we
Georgia,
have the unofficial results
points
already.
on elements.
We have some
72.2
base marks
to
on
9.
element 7 and
Artistic
element
impression
9.
70.5.
The declared difficulty was reduced to 23.55, and they got a synchronization penalty of 5.7 points, which is small. It's good for them. Element 72.229,
ranking Georgia
and artistic impression at 70.5000.
Please
They also got the apnea bonus,
join me in welcoming
and they
start
got ranked
number
on the 5th position
10.
until the moment.
Greece.
And we already have the duet from Greece, Sofia Rikagu and Vasiliki Fanu. They have a really high difficulty declared for this routine, 43 points. The theme of the routine is what's behind through the door. Strong first impression. Beautifully done. They include some artistic movements on the hybrid. fantastic impressions. They will for sure have a good score on their artistic impression. Rotations with 2 directions. The swimmers can only execute the same movement upon 3 times in the same hybrid. So they could only execute 3 movements of 2 directions inside the same hybrid. The last hybrid, last effort. This was an incredible performance from the duet from Greece, and we saw all of these beautiful movements. They are totally according to the music, to the theme. They used a lot of the space in the swimming pool.
Great
they
job,
covered
Team
a lot.
Greece.
The panels of the judges.
Surely resonate with the judges and also with you, the audience. Well
really
done,
nice
Greece.
performance.
Well done also to the coaches, Anastasia Gutseva, Natalia Chernetska.
They are coached and choreographed by Anastasia Gutseva and Natalia
The team
Chernetska.
of the routine. What's behind through the door?
And they've been working together less than a year.
They wanted to hire scary themed choreography because it actually really motivates them, and they felt they were able to express their dancing movements and emotions. They've been less than 1 year duet together. For a year, what an honor. As athletes, they always inspire other athletes to be the best version of themselves.
They competed at the 2023 World Championships in the team events
This
in Doha.
performance was performed by Sofia Rigaku and Vasiliki Tanu.
In the 2023
Sofia was also
at the
part
Junior
of
European
the
Championships,
junior team last year,
Greece won the free
placing
duet event
third
with
at
different
the European
swimmers.
Championships in Madeira.
But for sure, they are
Syria
coming
was part
here
of the
with
youth
this
duet
amazing
last
routine,
year.
looking for
First
another
place in
medal.
the World Youth
First, they have to
Championships
qualify
in
for the
Athens.
finals.
Well done, Greece.
So
Once again,
they need to
a
pass
big
today
round of applause
with
to Greece,
an
to all the
amazing
athletes this
performance
morning.
and a good score, so they can be on the top 12.
Great jobs, strong performances indeed. This will surely give a very hard time to our technical controllers.
They had really a strong declared difficulty, many elements with many rotations. So the controllers, technical controllers, have to validate if all the rotations were completed. They have to follow the hips of the swimmers while they perform to check if they complete all the rotations. If they got short on the rotation, that's a base mark. There's also some bonuses that the athletes can get awards on the coach card.
The provisional routine score.
They can have a travel bonus if they travel during the hybrid.
134.70
And we already have the results. They didn't have any base mark, which is really, really good for them. 6.7 penalty points for the synchronization. Good score for elements, 133, 34.7001, and on the artistic impression, 79.0500. And they also got the apnea bonus. And they got on the first position until now, which is amazing for them. We still have 8 more duets to compete, so for sure Greece will be on the finals. For now, we have the duets from Hungary. They are swimming with a declared difficulty of 36.05. And the theme of the routine is jungle. Balanced movements. These ones are really hard to execute. Precise rotations. Change of the music. This shows variety for the swimmers to present different movements, different styles of music, few synchronization errors. Many rotations. One of those rotations seemed a little short. Let's see if the controllers will have to review these parts. Are really far away from each other. I wish they would be closer. From this angle of view, we can see the distance really well. So this was Blanca Barbox and Angelica Bastianelli. They were representing Hungary, and they are coached by Arkovic Petra and choreography of Kasia Kulesa.
And Angelica Bastianelli.
The choreography was created in 2023. Blanca and Angie competed for the first time at the European Championships in duets. The music is very musical, the tempo is fast enough, and several effects can be heard in the music.
And, we could see the several effects by the music. The choreography was created in
We saw that they tried to implement the many movements from the sounds of the animals here on the jungle, this jungle theme choreography.
The best performances and best at the Junior European Championships in the technical duet, placing 10th, and in the free duet, placing 7th. Well done, Hungary.
They competed at the World Series, World Cup of Paris in May this year.
This particular
on the duet free event, they got 13th position. They also competed in the 23 and 2024 World Championships in Doha and Fukuoka. They were ranked on the 24th and 26th position. As long-term goals, they will include the Olympic qualification. They would love to be representing Hungary again on the Olympic Games. They want to be on the finals of the next year World Championship in Singapore. So they will be working tirelessly until that moment. For the synchronization errors, every movement that the swimmers have an error of synchronization. The difficulty, the synchronization technical controllers will be noting that the number of errors, and they will classify the errors through their severity.
All the volunteers.
We have small errors which have a deduction of 0.1, which is really obvious when the swimmers perform one after the other. They have a penalty of 0.5 points. They also have a major error, which is usually when one of the swimmers adds movement or does not perform a movement of the routine, and they have a penalty of 3 points for each error. And we already have the results on the screen. They had base marks on elements 6, 7, and 9, and the actual difficulty went to 21.65 points, and errors of synchronization deduction of 6.5 points. On the element score, 65.2646, and artistic impression, 67.000. And a bonus for the apnea awarded of 40 points. And they're ranking on the 8th position until the moment. So there's still a few more swimmers to perform. Let's see if they get the 12th place to be on this competition. We already have the duet from France jumping in the water. Oriane Gérardon, Elisabeth Toulier. They start with a really high difficulty value, 46.65. Really nice height on these acrobairs. The theme of the routine is Avatar also. Beautiful transitions. The swimmers use a lot of these movements, connection movements, to add some points to the artistic impression. Really nicely performed and balanced movements. And a change again of the songs. The music gets stronger. Many unbalanced and two-direction rotations. All these rotations are considered level 7 on the difficulty table of movements. There are 9 levels of difficulty, and the swimmers can only perform 3 movements inside the same family. So on the level 7, they can perform until 3 times the unbalanced rotations and 3 times the 2 directions. Beautiful movements there. This was a really strong ending, really strong finale for the Duet of France. They had a really high declared difficulty degree, so it's a hard responsibility on these rotations. And the controllers, the difficulty controllers, will have to look at all of them and make sure they are well executed or well declared. The elements that the swimmers perform have to match with the codes declared on the coach card by the coaches.
Great effort, great teamwork and coordination. Well done once again, France. Presented by
the coaches Miriam Ligno and Delphine Marechal.
Thanks also to
the choreography was made by Miriam Ligno and Reem Bossati.
The team of the routine from Avatar.
Reem Bossati that is working actually with the Moroccan team at the moment. She had been already collaborating with many international federations.
The Gothic Storm.
It's the first time they present this choreography. The athletes, they have recently training together for 1 month only.
French team. And also to
the first music was from the Cirque du Soleil, the second of the film Avatar, and the last from Gothic Storm. So they kind of showed us a mix of songs here. And Oriana was the soloist of France at the 2023 Fukuoka World Championships.
Let's support the athletes.
And at the World Youth Championship in 2023, the Duet Free, Lou was part of the duets and they got the 5th place. These athletes are very ambitious and they all dream of being able to join the senior French team to prepare the qualification for the 2028 Olympics. After this performance here, I'm sure there will be one will be on the option for this Olympic team 2028. They have been growing so much in these competitions through all these years. see their beautiful swimsuits. They're all full of sequins and sparkly, shining materials. The makeup that the swimmers wear every time, it's waterproof, so this way the swimmers don't have the makeup destroyed while they jump on the water and perform beautifully their routines.
The provisional routine
And
score.
we already have the results,
France.
unofficial results.
Points on
They had
elements,
2 base marks on
118.3,
element 4 and
229.
element 8.
Artistic impression,
The
78.55,
actual
00,
difficulty
the
went
clear
down to
50,
35.70,
46.65, the
and they got a
actual
really low
difficulty,
error of
35.70.
synchronization, deduction
We
of
had base marks on
4.7
elements 4
points.
and
For the element
elements 8.
score,
The total
118.329 points, and on the artistic impression, 78.5500 points.
Well done, France.
A total score of 236.8729 ranked the Team France on the second place
13.
until the moment.
Switzerland.
Hopefully they can correct some of these base marks at the finals. We already have entering on the stage the duets from Switzerland. Melody Albenzing and Haim Michael. They are starting with a difficulty declared of 35 points. The theme of the routine is Valkyrie, the woman of the Viking world. Acrobair with the rotation, followed by the second acrobair. Really nicely done. Height on the execution. And a change of the song. The music rhythm changes and the swimmers change the style of movements. This gives a lot of variety on the movements. It's good for the artistic impression. Really strong finale. Good job, Duet from Switzerland. This was definitely really good. ending. They really performed at their top.
Awesome job, team Switzerland. Precision and control in that routine. A great demonstration
Melody
of
and
technical
Amy,
skills.
both
Well
with
done.
17
This
years
was
old.
presented by
The coaches
Melody
are
Halbeisen
Francesca Zampieri
and
and
Michel.
Chiara Carmignato. The
Thanks
choreography
also to the
was
coaches,
created by the
Francesca
coach
Zampieri and
Francesca
Chiara
Zampieri.
Carmignato.
It's a
The
brand
team of
new
the routine
choreography.
was
They
the
have
women
been
of the
swimming
Balkan
together
world.
since always,
A
because
mix
these girls
of music,
are together in the club,
the powerful
and they
and
are
the
using a
energy.
mix of musics. It's powerful and give them a lot of energy,
Two
as we
warriors
saw
in the
in this
pool.
performance. With
That
these,
was a
they
new
said
routine
they
for
can
them.
feel really like two warriors.
Best results for them: 5th place at the Youth European Championships 2022, and also finalists at the Junior European Championships in 2023. The Swiss champions 2024, 10th place at the World Cup in Paris 2024. Well done, Melody.
Last
well
year,
done, Ayman.
they were competing here also at the Junior European Championships. They were finalists and they got the 10th place. And also this year already, they competed at the World Cup in Paris.
Let's give her a round
They
of
got the
applause as
place
well to
on
their
the 10th
reserve,
position
Anna
too,
Sofia
on the duet
Eichbacher.
free.
Well done for being with them throughout.
They will be present
their work
at the
and
World Junior Championships
support.
also this year in Peru. So they want to have good result here and be also present at the World Junior Championships and have even a better score there. They have to keep preparing and grow and improving in all of these routines. This was overall a really good routine. I wish they had a better pool coverage. They will have time to work on these later this month, next month. And I think we are ready for the results.
For Switzerland.
They had a base mark on element 8, so they got reduced the difficulty to 32.05. They have really low error synchronization of 3.6 points, element score of 104.4647, and artistic impression of 79.5500. They also got the bonus for the apnea. And they got position
14.
at the 4th place on the ranking
Italia.
until the moment. We still have 5 more duets to go. We are already watching the duets of Italy. Maria Rizzi and Flaminia Vernice. They are on the water with this cats theme performance. Good high. Nicely done on these acrobatics. They start with a difficulty declared of 41.1. A lot of transitions. artistic swimmers. Any rotation, push to direction. Some transitions with connections. This adds value to the artistic impression. More rotations, many rotations on this routine. And an artistic ending. These beautiful cats, 17 years old. They are coached and choreographed by Simona Ricotta, Letizia Nuzzo, and Silvia Gianandrea.
By Team Italia, presented by Sara Maria Risea and Flaminia Vernice.
The choreography was created by Simona Chiari. And it's a new routine. They swim together for about 2 years already.
The girls Simona Ricotta, Letizia Nuzzo e Silvia Gianandrea, choreographed by the Italian staff. The theme of the routine was Cats musical. It's quite a new routine for the girls. They swam together for 2 years. They've got some good goals.
They competed for the very first time on the senior level this season already on the 2024 European Aquatics Championship in Belgrade.
Their best result
on the duet solo,
at the European
on the duet,
2024.
They qualified for the finals and got the 4th place. The clean performance, no base marks. So today they are looking for the same results. First, they have to qualify for the finals. They have to finish on the top 12 in this 18 list of countries competing today.
This was the 14th performance this morning, presented by
We still have
Italy.
4 more duets to go. So they want to get a spot for the finals and then have a chance to compete for a medal. While we are waiting, let's take a look on the head caps that these swimmers are using. They have some cat's ears, their caps. They are fabric caps. They can the swimmers can use these caps.
Beautiful country, Malta.
And the swimsuit is a cat's face. It's really pretty. It's really shiny.
Make sure you
all of
get
these
the
adds
experience of
value
our
to
sea
the artistic impression.
and the sun.
The judges are looking at every detail, the choreography and musicality, all the movements on the deck. Also, before the swimmers jump on the water, are already counting to the artistic impression score.
Ana Monterero.
The pool coverage, the choreography and musicality, all the routine, the variety of movements, the manner of presentation is really important, so they can have, they can pass a good impression to the judges. And the performance overall in all the movements They had really beautiful transitions, a lot of cats movements in this choreography. And we are going ahead with the results.
For Italia.
We have base marks on elements 6 and 8. So the actual difficulty was reduced to 30.60. They had synchronization errors of 4.5 points. The score for elements 99.7584, and on artistic impression 75.3500. They had a penalty of 1 point, so something might happen, and a bonus of 40 points for the apnea. They are ranked on the 5th position.
Please welcome start number 15, Great Britain.
For Great Britain, they are starting on number 15, Lily Blinkhorn and Isabella Young, representing Great Britain. They are going to show a routine with the theme Elvis Rock and Roll.
Oh, yeah.
This was an incredible performance from Great Britain. The girls really represent really well the rock and roll and the spirit vibe here. I could feel it.
Well done,
the coaches are Yulia Diachenko and Karen Thorpe. The choreography was created from by Yulia Diachenko and Stefania Speroni.
Isabella Young. And
It was choreographed last year, but has been developed this season for the new time underwater and the new rules. They had all the countries had to adapt their choreographies after the rule of the time underwater was applied, the apnea maximum time. So they have 1 minute and 35 to execute all the hybrids. So they cannot pass this time, otherwise they will not get the bonus of 40 points. They were really great at this performance today, really nice speed.
Well done to the girls.
And for sure, really good score for artistic impression today.
This was choreographed last year. It was choreographed last year, has been developed.
They will love to perform today, and I have any base marks. Let's see what the technical controllers will decide about this. And they want to have a happy and free routine at these free duets. They want to test themselves to see what's the best result that they can get from here.
We've got Spain, we've got Malta,
they competed already this year at the World Cup in Paris and in China with the duet events. They got placed on the 9th and 8th position at the free duets. And we are ready for the results for Great Britain with a base mark on element 4.
Artistic impression,
the actual difficulty was decreased to 31.05 points, a penalty on synchronization of 5.9 points, an element score of 90.8981, artistic impression of 68.2500, and of course the apnea bonus was awarded also, which puts Great Britain on the 7th position.
Spain.
There's still 3 more duets to come to compete. So Great Britain is already on the finals. Congratulations. And Spain starts their presentation already. Beautiful swimsuits. Naya Alvarez and Rocio Calle. So many rotations. And a connection movement here on the transition. Oh, we saw obvious error. The synchronization panel will take care of it. Some minor difference on the movements here on this last Ibra 2. This was a great routine from Spain. Really high level of difficulty. The coaches are Virginia Villalba, Andrea Fuertes, and the choreography is from Virginia Villalba.
And Rocio Calle Garcia. Thanks also to the reserve athlete Isabel Shuang Quishu. Thanks also to the coaches Virginia Villalba and Andrea Fuertes. Choreographed by Virginia Villalba.
This is the first time that they compete with this routine at the junior international competition. This is a new routine. They are training this new choreography since December last year.
This contained music of the
and this was a beautiful performance.
Using the songs of
really good on the speed and the strength of the athletes were here on evidence.
Blankenburg. Actually, they chose
it contains music from the movie Sacrosanto, using the songs of the Three Mothers and Madness is Genius by Joe Blankenburg. They choose this music because they wanted to show something different with original movements that complement the music. And that was definitely what we saw here today.
More to give in the sport.
They were fourth at the 2024 World Aquatics World Cup in China this year. And the Duet free. During this season, they already competed in the team events, the World Cup, in the Markham, Canada, and on the 2022 Youth World Championships. The team won gold and silver medal on the team events, team free and free combination. So these swimmers are already experienced on these competitions. They want to win medal in these junior European artistic swimming championships and also compete at the next World Junior Championship and also get a medal from there. So the difficulty technical controllers are reviewing the video. They had a few doubts on some rotations, I think.
And the provisional routine
and we already have the results.
Spain.
No base marks were applied. So the swimmers got ranked on the first position until now, which is a great result for Spain. Synchronization errors, 3.2 points of penalty. It's the lowest penalty until the moment of all choreographies presented. A total score for elements of 139.55 for one. Artistic impression 81.6000 and the apnea bonus works also with 40 points.
17. Malta.
2 more duets to go, and we have now the team from the home ground, Malta.
They are bringing us here today a theme of the routine: transformation, self-discovery, and embracing change. They start with a difficulty declared of 32.15. Connection movements. Many rotations here. Few differences on the movements.
Yeah, I'm begging, begging you to put your love in the
Few differences on the timing. Synchronization technical controllers will count the number of errors, and based on the severity, they will have a different deduction on the element score. Well done, Malta. Well done, Emily, Roger, and Zia Montfort. That was a beautiful routine.
Oh, well done, Malta. Music choice and synchronization added to the overall impact. Well done, Team Malta, composed of Zia Montfort and Emily Rogier. Thanks also
The
to
coaches are Michelle Hubner and Anna Kulic, choreographed by Michelle Hubner.
The team of the routine, transformation, self-discovery, and embracing the change. Great performance.
This routine has been performed for a year by the senior duet after the World Cup in Paris. And the routine was changed for the junior Europeans. So the junior duet was practicing this routine for 2 months only. And they picked this song because the song has emotional depth, and the intensity provides a compelling backdrop for expressive choreography.
The movements which portrayed personal growth and empowerment.
Its themes, liberation and self-discovery, resonate well with artistic swimming context, where movements can portray personal growth and empowerment.
And the routine was eventually changed for the junior Europeans, the junior duet, and they've been practicing this routine for the past months.
know that competing at home can add extra pressure, but they handle it brilliantly and made Malta really proud today. Congrats, girls. They competed at the World Series Artistic Swimming World Cup in Paris in May this year. On the duet free events, they got placed on the 15th position at the 2023 World Championships.
The duet free was last year at the
also, they
Europeans
competed
Portugal.
this year also on the 2024
the
World
routine
Championships
score
Doha,
for
and they were
Malta.
22 on the final
Points
ranking.
on elements,
We have the final results. They had 2 base marks on elements 3 and 8. The declared difficulty was reduced to 23.85 points. They had an error synchronization penalty of 8.3 points. Score for elements 68.8041 and artistic impression score 64.3000. They got the underwater bonus awarded of 40 points
to the final
and a 13 ranking position.
Final country.
So this means it's still missing
in
one
welcoming start
country
number
to
18.
swim. So
Turkey.
Malta is not gonna be at the finals. They had to qualify on the 12th until the 12th position. They are already 13, so they'll be out. And now we have Turkey. Duru Kamberaloğlu in Bade Wilsdis. They are bringing the theme with a Requiem for a Dream. They start with the 2 acro pairs. A degree of difficulty for the routine of 34.75 points. Good job on the rotations. Really strong music on the beat. Good on the synchronization. And this was a good finale for the duet from Turkey. They They were coached and choreographed by Lasin
Well
Koksay.
done, Turkey. A fantastic effort from the two athletes, Duru Kambarioglu and Bade Yildiz.
They've been working
Also,
together
thank
on
you
this
to the
routine
reserve
for about 1 year,
Esmanur
and they choose this song
Yirmibes.
because they love the story of this music.
And also the coaches, Lasin Iratsa.
They competed at the 2024 World Championships in Doha,
The team of the routine,
where they
Come
got
for a
the
Dream.
27th
They
position
seem to love the
on the
story
duet free.
of this music.
They also competed last year's Youth World Championships on the team
They've
event,
been presenting this routine for the past year now.
and they have a really
For this
big
music,
dream,
for
which
this
is to be and
morning,
become Olympian
we had
swimmers.
18 performances in total, representing 18 different countries.
I'm sure they will be
So
able
we'll
to
shortly
reach
have
that goal.
the
They just need to
12
work a
qualified
lot and grow
countries.
and improve after
Results.
every competition. They are still really young,
Well done
so
to Turkey,
they will
and well
have
done to all
a
the
lot of
countries
work
this
ahead.
morning. May I gently remind you that this evening, in the afternoon at 5, we've got the acrobatic routine finals. So here they are, the provisional routine score for
And we already
Turkey.
have the
Points
final
on
scores for
elements,
Turkey.
105.
They didn't have any base marks, so they were ranked on the 7th place for now. That means they are going to be on the finals of this event. Synchronization errors of 5.8 points. The actual difficulty was 34.75. Elements score 105 points.
placing Turkey in the 7th place.
105.3458. Artistic impression of 63.7500.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And they got
This
the
concludes
awards
our
of
third
underwater
session.
bonus.
We'll shortly
And
have
here we
the
have the
official
final
results
unofficial
after
list results.
being signed by
We
our
have the
referee,
Spain, Greece, and France on the
assisted by
first 3
Cristina
positions.
Candela.
The cut
and
for the
Alina
finals
Ioskaya.
will finish with a team from Georgia. And all the 5 swimmers, 5 duets will be out of the competition
I would
finals.
like to thank all the technical officials and also the volunteers this morning.
As we come to an end
And
of
I
this
also
morning's
invite
event,
them to
we want to
exit the
thank
booth
all
and
the
thank you
athletes
very
for
much for
their
your
incredible
support.
performances and
I
the
will surely
audience
see
for
you
their
this
support. Don't miss this afternoon
at 5
session
o'clock.
where we will
For the
have
acrobatic
the
routine
final
finals,
of
so
the
we'll have
acrobatic
also
team
the
event
medal
and decide the
ceremony
medals
in
for
the
that
afternoon.
session. The
Thank you very
competition
much.
will start at
Thanks to
5
you,
p.m.
thanks to all
local
the
time.
athletes, coaches,
I'm Mariana Marx, and I'll see you
technical
later
officials.
today. Stay tuned and enjoy your break.
Everything goes under the European Aquatics. I will see you